No. All right, so you can do your listings, you can market activity, you can pull all these different things. You can pull all these different things from this if you wanted to. And one of the things I wanted to show you on here is the keyword search. How does that work? Anyone? Keyword. So what happens is if I type in, say, Harlingen, for example, because that's actually where I'm at. And say I type in keyword pool. So what I'm asking it to do is to search all the properties that are on the market in the Harlingen area that have the word pool in it. And that's what it's going to do. It's going to pull up all the properties in the area that have the word pool in the agent comments or public remarks or listed in MLS. So that's the keyword search. I use that. Yes, ma'am.
I didn't see how you got to the keyword.
Okay, not a problem. So when you're on the search screen, that's the screen.
Okay.
It has keyword search right there in the middle.
Oh, I see.
The middle. You always have to plug in. You can plug in a zip code, city, or an actual address if you want. I use city a lot of times because we're fairly small. So if I run into somebody at HEB and they say, "Yeah, I'm looking for a house, maybe about 6 months from now, one that has and that's why I use pool. One that has a pool, I can plug that in and just pull it up and say, look, there's this many properties available right now that say they have a pool or say something about a pool. But let me do some more research for you, right? So for example, one of them I pulled up the other day using that same example was the agent had put in remarks that the backyard was large enough for a pool. So it pulled that one up. It doesn't have one right now, but you could have one, right? And it gives you a chance to have that conversation. Terry, do you have a question? Okay. All right. Anybody else questions?
So if you were to put horse in there for the keyword, like any properties within your search perimeter, like Canyon Lake, whatever, it's going to bring up any property that allows a horse, even if it has a home on it or not.
Okay, so it's going to look for properties where that word has been used in the comments.
Okay.
Right.
Got it. I'm trying to do it as we go on my phone. So that
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, again, it's neat because just like that, sometimes you might have somebody that does that and you can plug it in, plug in the zip code or the city and see what comes up. And you will generally have some, but then you have to go through them. But when they come up, just like that one, for example, let me just touch base on that one again. Let's see.
So if I was down in Corpus Christi, let's say, I couldn't search because their MLS is not my MLS.
Yes, you can.
Oh, I can. Or if I go to Harlingen, I can look at properties there.
So what area are you in, Connie?
I'm in Central Texas MLS, so New Braunfels.
What's the zip code up there?
Spring Branch.
What's your zip code?
78133.
Just as an example, let's see if this works this way. So you always want to click on add and then you click on the search. So there's properties that have the word pool in the comments section someplace.
Oh, so it's picking up stuff in California and Kansas.
Well, it's that's based on the zip code.
Oh, I see.
And you can actually, if you put in the city, it usually works a little better. What was the city for you?
It was Canyon Lake.
Okay.
I think it was Sarah. I think I saw a double Sarah on that one.
See what that does.
So is the criteria pulling up from the comments, comments?
Yes, ma'am.
section only, not the criteria from the listing?
My understanding is it can pull from both, but
Okay.
generally speaking, it's pulling from the comments.
B.
And most MLSs have that set up where you can do a keyword search. Like I'm the MLS chair, so we'll do a search once in a while for, like right now, a big concern is fair housing and et cetera. So I went into MLS and I typed in family. How many properties come up saying family in the comments, right? Or kids. I did one with that, had none, which was good. Family came up several times, but that's a keyword search, and it's the same thing on your phone as it is in your MLS.
Can you tell us what the difference is in the colors and the in and all that?
Right.
So
Yes, ma'am.
sold and
There's actually, when we go to the map, there's actually a code. It's just like the one on your desktop. So the one with the light blue with an N means it's a new listing,
Okay.
and then dark blue is an active listing, has a sell pending, and then the building is usually your apartments and stuff. Then down at the bottom of this, so you did a keyword search and pulled these up. One of the things I was wanting to share with you on this, on the bottom you have sort and filter. So you can sort these out. If I click on sort, I can sort these out this way as well. So now I have those that say that, that have that keyword in it, but I can sort them out by days on RPR or recently updated, things like that, right? So it'll make those changes. That's on sort, and I can also filter them. So the filter works just like your search in MLS. What type of property are you looking for? How many bedrooms and baths? You know, you can actually break that down. Your price ranges. It's just like a regular search, like you have on your MLS. So we did out a few of those. And then at the bottom as well, where it has reports, you can generate a report from here, just like you can on your desktop. And so that specific one would be considered a market report because that's where we were at, right? We're looking at the keywords for the market, et cetera. So, but you can choose others that are there. If I go with the market report, I'm sorry. And how do you want it delivered? You want it downloaded or emailed? So you can, if we've used this with for sale by owners, where we send them a real quick, here's what the market's going on. Here's what the market says is going on in your area. I just click over to email. I put in their email, and I can do this right there on their front porch, right? So not only am I providing them information, I'm showing them that I'm somewhat tech savvy and can get them that information pretty quickly. And
Mac?
Yes, ma'am.
I have a quick question. So as you know, we're looking at all this on like map view. Is there any way to look at it a list view once we start doing the filters?
Yes. Let me take this back. We'll go to that. So right at the very top, you see where it says list?
Yes, I'm sorry.
That's okay. And that takes us over to this one.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. And so again, even here we can do the same thing. So we can click on the report and send the report out. Let's send the report out, whichever we need to do. And this brings us to another area in this presentation today as well. When we have a property up here like this, these properties have all kinds of information that we can use. So I'm going to click on some of this. The very first thing, take a look at that first one right there. Love to sell that house. It's telling you that there's 40 pictures there, which is awesome. I looked at one of these the other day and there were only 3 pictures on the property. And then the agent wonders why it hadn't sold. And on this layout, that bottom right hand corner photo, you have the 4 blocks. That's what you have on the screen. So if I want to change that to a single photo, I can do that. And then I can turn my phone sideways and we can look at it that way as well, right? And you can just scroll through all 40 photos if that's what you wanted to do.